This is a Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday Morning TVLog, and this time around it's Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, brought to us by Filmation. Greetings, my fellow YouTubers. I'm Joel, the Big D to y'all. This, of course, is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews, so today's Saturday Morning TVLog is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. The show was an action-packed animated series originally produced by the Filmation studio based on Edgar Rice Burroughs' character of the same name. Originally premiering on CBS in the fall of 1976, this was actually the first ever animated series about the jungle hero, way before Disney even did their own series after the success of their animated movie. Now, of course, the show starts out in narration by its character, the title character, and of course, you may know the story of Tarzan. He was born in the jungle. His parents died when he was but an infant. He would have soon perished too if he had not been found by Kala, a kindly she-ape, and adopted the young boy as her own and taught him the ways of the wild. I'm kind of doing this in my style. He learned quickly and grew stronger each day, and now shares the friendship and trust of all jungle animals. Yes. And the jungle is filled with beauty and danger, and lost seas filled with good and evil. It's his domain. He protects those who come here, for he is Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. Yeah, I'm just doing it in a different way, not in the style of how it goes, but that's just in Tarzan style. If you've seen the opening credits, which is on YouTube, yeah, it's pretty good actually. Anyway, let's see. Now, in many ways, the series is the most faithful of all screen-based adaptations of the character, and featured a number of lost cities from the actual original novels. Now, actually, the rotoscoped animation is based upon the work of Burroughs' favorite Tarzan artist, Burrough Hogarth. Now, in the series, Tarzan is depicted as intelligent and well-spoken, unlike how we all know him by not the simple-minded Tarzan Jane caricature of many of the films. Is a sidekick named Nikima, who was a little monkey, as in the novels, because he had Cheetah the chimp, which was the creation of movie producers. It uses much of Burroughs' Mangani language, though some of the words used, particularly for animals not encountered in the novels, do not appear in Burroughs' Mangani lexicons, and so were presumably newly invented for the show. Anyway, I really did enjoy this show because I couldn't seem to remember seeing this as a kid, because I never knew this show existed until the internet came along, and I found this show on YouTube years back, and I've seen every episode of it. And I really did enjoy it. The show ran for 36 overall episodes. Now, the first season consisted of half-hour episodes, 16 of them. The following year, 6 more episodes were produced and aired, with a half-hour series of The New Adventures of Batman, which premiered earlier that year as the Batman Tarzan Adventure Hour. Now, actually, some of the episodes in later seasons were just half-hour, or some of these were about 15 minutes later on in the series run. Anyway, for the next 2 seasons, it would be with another big show from Filmation, the Super 7. Thus, we had Tarzan the Super 7, which I'll talk about the Super 7 later on in a future Saturday Morning TVLog. But after 1979, the show, after the 4th season of it, and during the second season of Tarzan the Super 7, Tarzan ended, but however continued in reruns for 2 more seasons in 1980 with the Lone Ranger as part of the Tarzan Lone Ranger Adventure Hour, and then the following year's Tarzan Lone Ranger Zorro Adventure Hour. I'll talk about both those shows separately as well. But anyway, I really did enjoy Tarzan Lord of the Jungle. It has great music, just like any other Filmation show would have. There's even some that I don't hear in other Filmation shows. Some of the music was created exclusively for this series. Actually, we do get one other thing I forgot to mention. We do get to hear, the familiar Jungle Cry of Tarzan, of course. Now, a fun fact, if you've not noticed, because a year before this, Filmation's Secret Lives of Waldo Kitty featured Waldo posing as a Tarzan-like character called Katzan, who had a more crazier cry and what have you, when he just swaying from the vines and what have you. But anyway, I really enjoyed the Tarzan Lord of the Jungle. This was definitely another great show from Filmation. It's probably one of my many favorites alongside He-Man and She-Ra, plus other shows they've done like the Archie show and Fabber and the Cosby Kids, and heck, even the original Star Trek animated series. Which, look for a Saturday Morning TVLog of that coming up later on this year, because I plan to talk about that. So anyway, it's a great show and it has great characters. Now, the voices include Robert Ridgely, who had recently appeared in various TV shows and also played a twisted take on the $6 Million Man in the previous year's Uncle Croc's Block, also from the same studio. And of course, after this, he'd go on to voice Flash Gordon for the studio as well, and also Ruby Spears' Thundar the Barbarian. Of course, Ridgely voices the title character, and of course, if you hear his voice, you'll know that's the same guy who did Flash Gordon and Thundar. Producer Lou Scheimer, who of course remains uncredited from voices, does the vocal effects for Nakima. Now, there were lots of other characters added on, including Queen Namon, and let's see, Phobeg, and even a character, Jane, yes, Jane Porter, who unfortunately that was only in one episode, which was called Tarzan and Jane, as a matter of fact. And there were various fictional races, actually. The Mangani, of course, and the Bomangani, which was a race of gorilla men. The Donlu Mangani, a race of short humanoid primates that live in the snowy mountains, and they're nicknamed the Ice People. And they've got lots of others as well. So anyway, I think this is got so much goodness. There's also other voices you'll hear, including the late great Ted Cassidy in one of his last few performances before he passed away. Let's see, Joan Gerber, Alan Oppenheimer, Jane Webb, another big Filmation veteran. Alan Oppenheimer, of course, he'd also go on to be part of Flash Gordon as he voiced Ming the Merciless, and Skeletor on He-Man, and the Overlord on Black Star. And also Linda Gary, who would voice numerous female characters. Of course, she's the one who would go on to voice Mara on Black Star, and of course Teela on the original He-Man. Anyway, now for years that this show was still owned by the Edgar Rice Burroughs Company. Well, apparently the One of the episodes, Tarzan and the Colossus of Zone, was included on the first volume of Saturday morning cartoons of the 1970s. While the studio's rights to the series may originate from their ownership of international TV distribution rights in the 70s and 80s, ironically, Warner has released most of the Tarzan franchise it owns either through Turner its subsidiary at Turner Broadcasting, or in-house. The first season of this series was released as to celebrate the show's 40th anniversary. But the rest of the series has yet to come, so I don't know if we'll get it, but we might get through through manufacture on demand. We'll see what happens. Also, after the series ended in 1982, however, it would return later on in early 84 on CBS in reruns. But after that, I don't know what to tell you. This show has never been seen again. So that's it. So again, Tarzan Lord of the Jungle, definitely a really good Filmation show. I'd say if you can find it somewhere, I'd say watch it. There are some cartoon streaming sites that do have the episodes, but the quality may not be the best, but they also do have the actual original commercial bumpers, as a matter of fact. So anyway, if you've seen Tarzan Lord of the Jungle, or if you grew up with the show, tell me what you thought about it in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, be a part of the Big D Nation. Anyway, and stay tuned, my next James Bond review is going to be coming up. But thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other shows. Now, I'll go ahead and give two of the shows that I've just talked about that had Bob Ridgely. The upper left-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TVLog of Flash Gordon, and the upper right-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TVLog of Dundar the Barbarian. Or if you want to take a break from sci-fi and adventure, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see last week's Saturday Morning TVLog of Camp Candy. In the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., and the Saturday Morning TVLogs, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching, and next week's Saturday Morning TVLog is The Dukes. So until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.